Even in daylight, hours after the fire was officially knocked down, it's still difficult to make out what's going on here on scene as firefighters continue to put out hot spots and the smoke continues to smolder. This 4-story structure now burnt to the ground. The fire broke out around 4:30 this morning, and when flames began to engulf the main building, firefighters called in a massive response. 1394. The problem, however, water.
There's not any fire hydrants in the near vicinity. That's why you have to rely on the tankers.
Tankers from in and around Muskegon County were brought in, drawing water from White Lake and Duck Lake to put down the flames. Investigators tell us 5 workers were inside the building when the fire started, and all made it out safely. As for what sparked it,
the initial reports is that a call was placed to 911 for a space heater on fire by one of the occupants inside.
Another major challenge is this large sand dune. It sits just feet away from the property, and officials tell me it too caught on fire here this morning, the flames stretching up the side some 75 to 100 feet. But fire crews scaled the dune and put out the flames. They were also able to save nearly a dozen other outbuildings and cottages on the resort property.
And then we've just gone through an extensive renovation of all the buildings, which included the lodge, which is, burned down.
George Wixom is one of 3 owners that bought Michillinda Lodge some 12 years ago, but its history dates back to the late 1800s. According to Wixom, it was built as a summer home for a Chicago family. It's been a bar, a hotel, bed and breakfast, and resort over the past 100 years. Named Michillinda, combining the states of Michigan, Illinois, and Indiana for the tourists it served. The main lodge had 18 guest rooms and 2 dining rooms with seating for more than 200, and its spectacular views of Lake Michigan made it ideal for reunions and weddings.
We had around 20 weddings booked for this coming season, and we would have probably gone to somewhere around 30, I would think, because we have more wedding shows coming up, and so it would have been a nice year for us. And we still think that there's some things that possibly can be done.
Wixom is just thankful no one was hurt. And the owners here tell me they are still busy assessing the damage here to the resort, and it's too early to tell whether or not they will completely rebuild. In Whitehall, Mark Thompson, 24 Hour News 8.